Now let's take a look at how we can actually mirror something. So let's create maybe a square, kind of like this, maybe like this, and then we sketch in our left and right diagonals. And the diagonals are very helpful because we can find the midpoints and there. Okay. So for a second, let me select all these lines and make them a little bit more transparent so they're not too distracting. Like this. Okay, so technically speaking, what I have now is I created one square, but at the same time, I subdivided the square already into 4 smaller squares. And the nice thing about a proportional square is what you can do on the one side, you can do on the other side. Let me show you the process, how you can mirror parts. So let's say I simply create a line like this. Now this line I would like to draw on the right side, proportionally foreshortened. You see, for example, that this line cuts this diagonal. So I can make use of this actually by, from here, drawing a line to the vanishing point, and I see now where this line cuts the other diagonal. And then I can, from the other vanishing point, make use of that information. And let's say I scale this one back down to there. There's, for example, now this line. And let's make this one maybe a little bit more interesting. Let's say we have, hold on one second. Yeah, let's create maybe something like this. Now this is a rotated line. This is a little bit more complicated. So now it starts somewhere on this corner point, but it ends somewhere on this line here. So I need to figure out how to mirror this point over to there. And there are actually multiple ways how we can do this. And for example, from here to there, I could draw a line till it cuts this midpoint. I can also do it maybe this way. It cuts the midpoint there. And then from this other point, I draw a line over the midpoint where it cuts till the other end. And there, for example, is now the point. And then from there to there, there's now, for example, this line mirrored over. So let's say maybe I'm going to create something like this. So kind of like a path. Now I see this is actually a line, and this line stops somewhere here. So I know this edge to the right vanishing point, I find this point. And then here, this line actually ends on this midpoint. So let's see what I can do. So to this one corner, it cuts the midline. From this corner over the midline, there it is. And there's, for example, now the line which I was looking for. Now the arc is a little bit more tricky because it's not just a straight line, but I have 3 reference points. This one, and this one. This one I have, that's here. This one, for example, we quickly can find. So it's there. And now I have to find this point on this diagonal. And actually, because this curve cuts my diagonal there, I simply go to the vanishing point. And then from there, kind of like it would look like a little bit like this. Now bear in mind, actually, I'm just quickly sketching things in here with the pen, so the cursor might not be 100% accurate. So let's fine tune this a little bit. Oh. Yeah. There it is. So even when you have curves, break the curves down into simple points to project those parts over. So that's basically how you can do simple mirroring a profile.